Okay, so since Akuapem Poloo was sentenced for publishing the nude pictures with her son,
90 days.
yes, for 90 days, somebody just came up, and his concern is actually about DKB going around to raise funds for Akuapem Poloo and her son. A few days ago, I saw the artwork from DKB's camp, and he's actually asking people to donate an amount of 1,000 going there.
Yeah.
Okay, from
1,000 up. So if you have below 1,000, you
not
can't
necessarily.
Not necessarily, but yeah.
It's suggested.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Interesting.
yeah, people have different opinions on this, as in whether it is necessary to do any fundraising for Akuapem Poloo, whether Akuapem Poloo has communicated to anybody that
she needs that in the first place.
But there are other people who also think that if I decide to do something to help somebody I believe is in need, nobody has any issue with that.
Is she really in need, though?
Well,
Everybody needs help, right?
Okay.
Especially at the time when it came out that the son may need some support of a sort. Okay,
Yeah.
so that was to just
Because the lawyer has been talking about it as well, like what's going to happen after a week.
Yeah.
I think the son is with the lawyer right now.
The
What was the
fundraising-
beef with the manager?
The fundraising is more of doing it for the son rather than Akuapem Poloo, because the assumption is, okay, now the mother is taken away from him, how is the son going to survive? You know, I mean, like Kwame said, the different facets of why this is a dilemma for many is that someone will say, so are you saying that Akuapem Poloo has never left the son 2 or 3 days without being there for him or something? So I for one, I'm not interested in that part. What I'm actually interested in the fact is the fact that
who's this manager?
The supposed manager was upset with DKB because DKB didn't go through him.
Did we know he existed up until now?
That's
I mean, you guys are in the same space. I wouldn't know, but did you know of him?
Personally, I didn't know.
Okay.
I
Did
didn't
you know
even
of
know
him,
that
Kwame
Akuapem
Danzi?
Poloo. I
Did
didn't
you
even
know
know
of Akuapem
if
Poloo?
Akuapem Poloo had that.
No.
The
It's
manager?
the first time I'm
This is the
seeing
first time. This is
the
the first
manager.
time, actually.
His name is Divine Jones.
Okay.
I never knew Akuapem Poloo had a manager.
Never.
Yeah, and I never knew.
Okay.
Because, you know, with all the controversies that Akuapem Poloo seemed to have found herself in, some of the statements that have come out, even with her apology, didn't come from a manager. It came from her own mouth, or shall I say, her own terms, typing out whatever you video. So I don't know how and when the manager popped
Where
up.
has it been all this while?
There's a video of him. Should we take it out?
Yes.
All right, let's check it out.
For me, I understand how people are sympathizing with her, how everybody is trying to cope. Some people are actually really coping, others are just pretending, others are all hypocrite. But my point is that I think whatever donation that is going on is wrong. You should be able to consult Poloo's management, or you should be able to consult Poloo's legal counsel. You get my point. You can't just go out there to start, getting donation. For which purpose are you getting the donation? Is it for the child? Is it for the mother? Excuse me, sir, with all due respect. She's loved by many people. She's hated by many. If you want to do something of that sort, to try to show that you actually care, I feel at least the attention of the managing team should be, drawn, or the legal team should be drawn. We can't just go out and put a certain number or whatsoever there that we are taking donation. What I actually saw that didn't make me comfortable as Vibank account above 1,000 Ghana cedis. No, it's wrong.
Should you consider it with fraud?
I wouldn't say it is fraud, because I think from what I've asked so far is that DKB is the one who is actually spearheading this. I feel DKB.
Yeah.
So that's Divine Jones, Akuapem Poloo's manager.
Should we say supposed manager?
Supposed manager. Okay.
Because
supposed manager.
Akuapem Poloo hasn't come out to confirm whether he's.
But should he go? Because this manager is creating the impression that DKB went ahead to do this without consulting the legal team or her manager. Has he come out to say that he indeed contacted the lawyer, contacted her team? Because you can't just go ahead and do something just because you want to.
7 hours ago, DKB actually posted a video on his Instagram saying that he had gone to see Akuapem Poloo wherever she's kept. Up to now, we don't know whether she's in Sawam or
she's taking her tests and everything else to make sure she's fine. COVID tests, actually.
Yeah. So he says he spoke to Akuapem Poloo, and Akuapem Poloo does not seem to know who this gentleman is.
Wow.
And so DKB is now saying that he feels like this manager is trying to scam people, or because if you have come out to say all these things and more or less, you know, make these defamatory comments, you know, tarnishing his image, he's also going to take him to court and sue him.
And this is a gospel according to DKB.
This is a gospel according to DKB.
I think the only person I would believe in this is Poloo or her lawyer.
A lawyer. Yeah.
And why are both of them silent in all of this?
Because
her lawyer has not said anything.
I know DKB. I know how he tackles issues. Sometimes trying to make light of very serious issues, and I don't really trust what he's saying.
I mean, cases like this, you would want the lawyer to come out and then say that okay, this is what it is. But we don't hear anything. Maybe it's because they are working on the appeal. I don't know. But anyways, I think the atmosphere is saturated with enough attention that anybody can plug in, and then take their.
But what lessons can we learn from all of this? You know, I mean, people have different views whether she should be punished or not. But in the generation of social media, when you look at her initial intent, celebrating her son, perhaps take a video that will go viral. Everybody's trying to do things to go viral. What can we learn from this whole experience?
Jifa, there is one thing that I have learned, and I think since this issue broke, I have said this on countless occasions, that I believe some of our laws need to be looked at.
Okay.
Yes, because if you don't take care, a time will come when most of us may be jailed. You know, I read...
Have you taken a picture with a minor naked?
Wait. I read a story this morning.
Question. Because I haven't. Have you?
I saw a comment.
No. Olele, have you?
I read a story this morning.
You haven't answered the question.
Where Bright Apia was saying that very soon they will be clamping down on parents or celebrities who are posting their children on social media, creating an account for them for commercial purposes. Okay, I believe strongly that in as much as we set out to protect these children, we should have some limits. You know, some of these offenses and the punishments that come with them are too harsh. I think some of these laws are obsolete. I think so.
Does this include laws that have to do with borderline child pornography? Because that's something that you need a child's consent for. Creating an account for financial reasons is completely different from your child being naked. He's going to turn 18, come and maybe have a problem with that.
No, as the law stands now, I'm not defending Akuapem Poloo.
But it sounded as though...
No. I only think that we should have a second look at the laws.
Which laws specifically?
I think the sentencing.
The sentencing. Just 3 months, 90 days.
I mean,
people take yam and they get worse
because
than that.
Because you know,
take one.
That is why
Ghana is not the US, but elsewhere you see celebrities take same or similar pictures with their kids, and nothing happens.
No, Cardi B said that, and I don't necessarily agree because I don't know which American celebrities took. If they are pregnant, that's different. Was Ciara's child in his boxers and Ciara was naked? Because that she can also go to jail for that, actually. So I'm surprised Cardi B said that, and Cardi B is not a lawyer for the Americans, so I don't really take anything Cardi B says.
I don't know the American laws. I don't know what the American law says about that. Yeah. So I compare it to Ghana's laws.
I think people didn't even take what Cardi B said seriously.
But I've seen a couple of pictures of
that's
celebrities.
Really similar to a naked person.
If you are talking,
I said it'll be worse in the US than Ghana.
If you are talking about boudoir photography, that's different. Right?
What is that?
Boudoir photography.
And what is that?
Explain that.
Viewers, if you know boudoir photography, please send us. The hashtag is Breakfast Daily. He just needed to throw that in because he knew we won't know. He knew we won't know, so he wanted to say it. What's up like to use it?
You see, one of the conversations,
if you're lying,
one of the angles of this Akuapem Poloo conversation that many people didn't pay attention to was the fact that even the photos she took or the session she had were actually underwhelming. It could have easily passed a boudoir photography. It was professionally taken in a particular manner that wouldn't be offensive.
What's the boudoir photography?
It's more like nude photography, but it's not.
Okay.
It has a way of shall I say, translating.
You just want to just say nude photos.
No, it's not nude. See, that's the thing. It's a thin line between nude photography and boudoir photography.
Okay.
Okay, and you will need a whole day
Celebrities,
to
next time, go for
but
boudoir.
for me, I just want to say that talents like Akuapem Poloo, they need the right people in their team. They need the right structure.
Like his manager.
Like, if we realize some of the stars that we watch or we see, they have people that actually scheme and scan every post they put out there. There's someone in your team who's making sure, quality control, making sure that whatever you're posting out there is not going to affect your identity, is not going to destroy the dignity you've established, either as an artist, as an actor, an actress, whatsoever. And whatever you put out there is intentional. I remember when the US were going for elections, there was this commercial that had some of the big stars they were half naked, if I should put it that way. They were just showing some form of solidarity, the blacks actually, bare-chested, right? But even the women were not showing their breast. They had a way of covering their breast, a way of solidarity. That is different, you get me? But if you have someone like Akuapem Poloo doing this in the name of celebrating the sun and all that, you don't have someone on your team telling that, Charlie, this one won't work in Ghana, and actually,
no, but even that,
if
she had done it on her own, it wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah,
the child is the responsibility of the state.
Yes.
No matter where you find yourself in this world. So if you do something that contradicts that, we have to step in to protect that child. And people have to differentiate between the two. Cardi B can take all the naked pictures she wants. She can't do that with culture. Because she'll get in trouble.
With culture,
we have to protect that child.
There was a video of Cardi B dancing to one of her songs, I think WAP, and then the culture came in and she was wiggling and she was like, no, this is not for you, this is not for you. And then she stopped the video immediately. People were going after her, but this is the kind of song you do for us. Why don't you? It's like, no, my child is my responsibility.
Do you see? So even Cardi B, anyway.
But I still
boudoir
think
is a tasteful nude presentation.
Thank you. It's tasteful.
But you took forever to give me. I do not needed that one word. And you were putting us around a circle. National Film Authority. What are you doing in the film?